Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Mark here with the Crypto Mark. Let's talk about some Dogecoin. Okay, we've talked a lot in previous content and videos how open interest is one of the key metrics and kind of markers that I use for where Dogecoin is on the charts. I know we're at 10 cents right now, just a tick above. But for this, guys, this is not a range where Dogecoin is comfortable trading at. I'm going to get into that a little bit later on when we look at the chart, and then I'll get you guys on your way and into the weekend. And let's start the weekend in the right direction. Guys, if you can, make sure you all subscribe down below. It really does help out the channel. Also, smash that like button, and feel free to drop your comments on what you guys are talking about with your own crypto trading. Love to hear your perspective. There's a lot of times too where we do get a lot of spam comments in the comments, so please disregard all those and always do your own research and due diligence with everything crypto and financial, okay? But this is kind of what we're looking at. We're going to be talking a lot of open interest for Dogecoin, and this is the chart as we look at 10 cents, just a tick above. But for Dogecoin, I drew these blue lines because this is where, on these daily candles, this is the range where I think Dogecoin is most comfortable trading at. And the way I've been kind of playing it, and obviously it's not financial advice, don't confuse that, but just telling you guys my strategies and whatnot. This bright red down here that we see as of recent from basically the middle of June to where we are at right now, it's very volatile, okay? And we've dropped below this floor at around 13.4, and that's kind of where, like I said, as soon as it drops below, I view Dogecoin at a discount, and that's just how I do it. And right now, if we get above that 16, 16.3, 16.4, that range is where Dogecoin has a lot of resistance. I know we did peak, and we got as high as 22, 20, almost 23 cents on the chart, and that was way back in the early part of Q1 back in March, where we saw that huge run up where I told you guys I really thought Dogecoin was going to get to 30, 40 cents just from some of the things I was hearing, some of the movement that we saw with other cryptos, especially the meme coin space. I thought there was a lot of opportunity for Dogecoin to kind of blast off, if you will. But as we dip below this floor that's established here around 13.4, I think this is where, if you guys are into swing trading, it's not financial advice, but this is one where I think that we're firmly going to get back into this range for Dogecoin and just really all the meme coins, all of crypto, right in this range, okay? And I think it's going to happen, more so tied to what's going on in 2024. Once we start gearing up some of the narratives within the presidential election, I think in the United States, that's going to be a key thing. Also, I think that we're going to get some more sentiment coming up from the Fed, softening of interest rates. I think that's going to play a role as well. So that's where I'm at on the chart. All right, now let's get into the article as we talk about some of the futures, right? As this is a really much a turning point, right? It's a huge crossroads. Open interest is sliding. 73% of Doge holders, though, remain in profit. So 25% being in losses. That's kind of where we're seeing kind of the split where Dogecoin has the open interest dropping 0.26% across the exchanges in the last 24 hours. And this is where a lot of experts, like I said, guys, I'm not just on an island by myself. A lot of experts predict that Dogecoin will hit and retain 40 cents in the year 2024. So I'm on board with that. I'm not necessarily going to give you guys that super bullish Dogecoin prediction where it's going to hit $3 by 2024. I'm not so much aligned with that, but I do think 40 cents, 50 cents possibly for 2024 is firmly in the grasp, okay? But it's nothing that Dogecoin's doing, right? It's a meme coin just like all the rest of them. It just doesn't have that utility like the rest of them don't as well. But in terms of actual prosperity and prospects for the future, I think Dogecoin has a leg up on the competition due to the fact that if they ever could get the Elon Musk deal within Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, if that ever could come to fruition, I think that would be what separates Dogecoin from the rest of the pack. So that's kind of where I'm at. Open interest, though, does play a huge role among traders as we look for that to drop, okay? This is a lot with falling futures, okay? It goes hand in hand. Now, we have this descending kind of channel that's going on within Dogecoin. This is over a little over 3-month time period, okay, back from the start, middle of June. And this is something where getting through that resistance, and that's kind of where I drew that line, getting above that would be a huge task for Dogecoin moving forward. So some other things to keep an eye on. Keep an eye on the moving averages, not just one, but look at them all, the 21, the 50, and the 200-day. That's where, I talked about that range that I look at on the chart. That's something where I think to get back at that level, if we do fall even further, that's where a lot of bears would think that the TA behind that would drop us to 8 cents, 8.5 cents. So kind of where we're at. That's another 20% down from almost 20% down from where we're at right now. Also, we have a lot of other bearish sentiments. We have the RSI as well as the Chaikin money flow, the CMF. Those are all bearish conditions for Dogecoin on the chart. So I don't really use TA though, full disclosure, as an end-all be-all. For me, it's always going to be my trading indicator, as well as just using my intuition and what I've gathered from the market. I use TA as more so a tiebreaker as I navigate through kind of what Doge and other cryptos are doing. It's not just applying to Dogecoin. I use it with all my other cryptos that I'm invested in. But like I said, this is something where, yes, all the TA is bearish, but I do view Dogecoin having a lot of bullish conditions as well. We're just waiting for that true catalyst, I think, with the overall crypto market. And that way, I think that we'll get firmly back into that range that I said Dogecoin's comfortable trading at. So it's going to stay volatile. We all know how it's linked closely with Bitcoin, so that's something to keep in mind. But for the better part of 2024, they've really not had that push that we've gotten from BTC. So let's see what happens. I think that the biggest thing with Bitcoin below 60K, kind of follow that, right? If Bitcoin gets back to levels, say 63, even close to 63,000, I think that's where you're going to see a lot of crypto, meme coins especially, they're going to follow suit and they're going to pump as well. So that's where we're at. We need to reverse a lot of these conditions just so the certainty and people in the market are a little more comfortable kind of buying Dogecoin. We're definitely lacking that retail element. That's across the board though. It's not just with Dogecoin. So that's the biggest thing for me. I'm keyed in on the presidential election. I think that's going to be a huge catalyst as well. So those are kind of my bullet points and my little nuggets on Doge as we get into the weekend. But we are positive on the day, slightly positive. However, it is nothing to kind of celebrate. It's only 0.6% at the time of recording. So we'll see what happens as Dogecoin trades into the weekend. And kind of that's where I'm at. So thanks for watching. I hope you guys all have a great Friday. Enjoy the evening. The weather here is beautiful. I decided to make this video in my backyard, kind of get out of the house. It's too nice to be inside. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm off to a concert tonight. So probably going to be a lot of sweat and warm conditions there. So I'll make sure I stay hydrated. But as always, guys, thanks for watching. Subscribe down below, smash that like button, and we'll see you guys all in the next video. Cheers.